Oh, right. Yeah, my sister just sent me this. This is mad. I haven't thought of Tim Westwood for years. Literally. I didn't even know he was still alive. But he's been charged with grape, basically. First two words as well. Ex BBC. Always the BBC. Always. They probably covered it up for him for years. Ex BBC Radio 1 DJ Tim Westwood has been charged with 4 counts of grape and the Metropolitan Police, or the Met. The 68, Jesus, Tim Westwood's nearly 70, has also been charged with 9 counts of indecent assault and 2 counts of sexual assault. The charges related to 7 women, Jesus, with the allegations spanning from 1983 to 2016. It's probably the years he was working for the BBC. Westwood is due to appear at Westminster Magistrates Court on the 10th of November. The oldest of the charges relates to an alleged indecent assault of a 17-year-old girl in Fulham. That won't count as a minor, I don't think. It would now, but at the time, it wouldn't. 16 it was at the time, now it's 18. Um, I think it's 18. And I think if you do a crime back then, the law applies from back then. So it would be classed as a woman, not a minor. The oldest rape charge relates to an alleged attack on a female between the ages 17 and 18 in London between 1995 and 1996. Westwood is also accused of raping a female between the age of Jesus Westwood in London between 2000 and 2001 and raping a woman in her 20s in the same city in 2010. The most recent charge relates to the alleged sexual assault of a woman in her 20s in the Finchley area of London. Bro, Timmy Savile. Lionel Edan, Chief Crown Prosecutor, says our prosecutors have established that there is sufficient evidence to bring the case to trial and that it is in the public interest to pursue criminal proceedings. The Crown Prosecution Service reminds everyone that criminal proceedings are active and the defendant has the right to a fair trial. True that. It is extremely important that there be no reporting, commentary, or sharing of information online which could in any way prejudice these proceedings. Oops. Detective Superintendent Andy Furphy of the Metropolitan Police continued to appeal for further witnesses and said it takes courage to come forward and report allegations of this nature. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Craziness. Dirty Tim Westwood. Well, like they said, he's got to go to court. Also, I haven't heard nothing of Russell Brands. I ain't heard nothing of that. He went to court, didn't he? But I ain't heard nothing from that. But that's mad. Tim Westwood, I ain't heard his name for years, and then it comes back with this. But it's like I say, BBC. No offense to Russell, but he worked for the BBC for years too. Always the BBC, the PPC, Paedophile and Perverts Corporation. 7 women as well. He's gonna have to be like, if he goes to prison, he's gonna have to be on like, he's like, everyone knows who he is. Everyone knows who he is, and yeah, you don't want to go to prison with them things and be as recognizable as him. He's gonna have to go on the nonce wing with all the nonces, or unless he just fronts it out, get killed. But yeah, he's got his right to a trial, ain't he? But 7 women, goddamn, goddamn. Jesus. Probably a lot of people won't even remember who he is, Tim Westwood. He used to make like mixtapes. He was like the UK's hip hop guy, like American hip hop guy. That's what he specialised in. That's why he's so famous, really. Because the UK loved hip hop. Yeah, and he was kind of the middleman between it. He had all of them on his show and that. Creepy Tim Westwood. Well, you can't say that. Can't say that. But that's the trouble. Once you read it, that's the thing. He's gonna get, if he don't go to prison for it, he's gonna get bashed up because he, like I say, he's so recognizable, and people only got to hear it associated with your name for someone to do something to you. Oh yeah, it's interesting to see how this one unfolds. Madness, madness. But again, always the BBC. It's always the BBC. Yeah, but yeah, that's the video, sweet.